What's up, guys? My name is Caleb, and this is our $3,000 Corolla build, and today we are painting it the mystery color, and I am so stoked. So as you can tell, I am very dusty. I've been sanding. I've got a little bit more to do. I was looking at the Corolla while I was working on the Dodge. I kind of sat the Corolla right over there and just looked at it for a few days and really decided it was worth it to go back into bodywork. So we're gonna go back into bodywork today, really try to flatten it out as much as possible with what I have, and see if we can't make this thing look really good. And then we are going to paint. The color is a mystery, and it is so sick. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to paint. I've got like 4 colors that I've always wanted to paint cars, and this is one of them. So I'm really pumped to see what this thing looks like in person, in color. It's gonna be awesome. Before we get into that, I have to sand some more. I have to put some more Bondo down. We got to get this thing a little bit flatter, I think, and then we'll block the whole thing down and paint it. Let's go. I went ahead and sprayed some guide coat on the areas that had a lot of body work done to them. Guide coat is just a really thin spray paint. You can also get it in like a dust form, and it basically shows you your low spots and deep scratches so you can make sure they're all the way gone when it comes time to paint. Alright, this is the mystery color. Sorry it's dark in my paint booth. The lights we put in here are kind of like dimming out, so I guess we have to get some more. But this is the paint. I'm so excited to spray this stuff in. Alright, so we got clear coat. We'll put that away. And we've got our reducer. Some mixing cups. Those will be useful. More sticks. More strainers. Love that. More sticks. And the paint. When I paint cars, I use 3 quarts, if you're wondering. 3 quarts of paint. That normally leaves a little bit extra, but I like that because if I mess the coat up, which I've done before, I have enough to finish the job out and don't get more. All right, moment of truth. So I've thought about this a lot and trying to decide how I want to show you guys this color. I thought, well, we could show them right out of the can. That's always really interesting to stir it up and see. But I've done that before, and then I thought I don't want to really show them on the door jambs because that's super boring. So what we're going to do is switch to black and white, and I'm going to paint the door jambs. I'll show you the color of the car on the body. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Just stick with me. This is going to be worth it, I promise. I have not looked at this color yet. I didn't even look at it when they mixed it. I've only ever seen pictures of this. Oh yeah, man. Dude, that is such a cool color. Oh, I'm so stoked. Mix it up. I just got this mix like yesterday, so it should be fine. Oh, I love this color. This is gonna be so cool. All right, you guys wanna see the color? Just kidding, I just dripped that on my hand. That's what I get for messing with you. All right, for pouring paint that is full, like pouring out of a gallon can, normally you would pour it and just spill everywhere. If you take some tape and put some like right here, there, like that, you kind of just make this V shape. You don't want too much overhang right here, but I think that will be fine. I may adjust this one a little bit. Let's do it like this. There we go. Push it down real good. And this creates like a bridge for you to pour over. When you get done, you can tilt it up. This works almost every time. It works really well with the 2-inch tape or whatever, but the thin tape works too most of the time. Here's another hint. I know it's in black and white, but I picked this color a year ago because I saw it on a Hakosuka Skyline. Comment below if you can figure out what color it is based on that clue. That's where I saw this color for the first time ever. All right, here we go. Pouring. How much do I want? That'd be good to know. We'll do 400 milliliters. Should be pretty good. Just like that. And when it's done, you just take it and lift it up. All right, so we blocked the whole car down with 400. Then I sprayed some primer, like on the places we broke through. I thinned out some primer and sprayed it. So we got an hour and a half for that to dry before I can paint on top of it. But I've decided to do this one a little bit differently than some of the other cars that I've done. In the past, I have kind of opened everything up, sprayed base coat, clear coat, and then closed it real easily. The problem with that is it's inevitable that some of the plastic and stuff is going to get on the clear coat when you close the doors. Normally I just go back and touch it up and it's not that big of a deal, but I have a little bit of extra time this time to paint because it's not the middle of the night yet. So I'm gonna open everything up, base coat and clear coat it, and let it cure with everything open. And then after it cures, I'll shut everything, untape it. I'm gonna retape all the outside stuff to keep primer from getting in the new paint, and then we'll paint the outside. I think what that's gonna do is give me a really clean interior paint job, like in the door panels and under the hood and all that stuff. And then also give me a really clean exterior paint job, and I won't have to worry about getting them messed up from moving doors around and stuff while the paint's still really wet. So that's what we're gonna do next. I've got to block down the interior panels that are gonna get painted, and then we'll be ready to spray them. Let's go. All right. So we are totally dry, which is awesome. So what I'm gonna do now, this is the step that I've never done before, never done it like this before. Man, that looks so cool. We're gonna untape everything, close it all up, and then retape the stuff just to get all this primer. This primer will actually fly off while you're spraying and get in the paint. So we're gonna replace all of that, close everything up, and then we'll sand all this overspray off and then spray the entire car, and this thing is gonna look so sick. So untape first. Do I wanna show you guys the color yet? No. You'll see the color in just a minute. But I'm gonna untape this thing first, get it all closed up, and we will get to spraying the outside. So excited, man. Oh, it's gonna look so cool. we are all taped up, cleaned off, and finally ready to paint. This has been such a long process. Definitely the longest I've ever had to work on a paint job, just like the painting portion. I think it's gonna be worth it though. I redid all of this plastic so that the primer flakes wouldn't pop off while I was spraying and get into the paint. That happened in the last paint job I did. It was super frustrating. And everything's clean and ready to go. So we're gonna mix up some paint, we're gonna spray some base coat, and then we'll go over with clear coat. For you guys that are new, I'll film the base coat. I don't film the clear coat because it's real sticky and the overspray will stick to like the lens of the camera and stuff. I need to get a filming rig for out here, like a GoPro or something, but for now we're just gonna shoot base coat and then I'll show you guys the finished product after the clear. Let's go. Oh, almost forgot, back to color. Okay, I'm coming inside for a minute for two reasons. One, I need to let that flash off and see if I need a third coat. I'm gonna do a third coat just to make sure I have full coverage, but it looked like some spots need a little bit more paint. So I'll be able to really tell when it's all flattened out and dry. Two, I'm sweating like crazy because it's like 80 degrees, 85 degrees out, probably 90 degrees in the paint booth. I started at like 5 this morning and it was real cool. Now it's not. So the problem with sweating while you're painting is sweat drips and then gets in the paint. That just happened twice, so I'll be able to dry that out as well from the base coat. It's not that big of a deal with base coat. It's a huge deal with clear coat. I think I'm going to be done filming for the painting portion. I'll go in, spray my last base coat, spray some clear, and then be done. So we'll snap to that in just a minute. But before I do that, if you have a guess on what this color is called, post it in the comments below. I will tell you the name of the color and what it's from and why I chose it at the end of this video. All right, let's cut to the clear coated car. All right, here we go. I haven't looked at it since I sprayed the clear. This is always kind of a moment of truth when you're painting in your own garage. Oh, oh. Yeah, that is cool. Very cool. On camera it looks, I noticed this online too, but this looks a lot more kind of muted brown on camera than it does in real life. But I think when it's out in the sun, that will change. So we're going to pull some of this tape off. While the clear is still a little bit soft, it's going to take a while for it to cure all the way. So we'll go ahead and pull some tape off, and what that'll do is it'll allow the edge of the clear to kind of roll backwards, and it'll keep it from peeling off. It'll also help make lines look really clean. And I think I'm just going to go handheld for this. I literally hate the process of painting and taping door jambs until this point. When you open up the doors and everything's the same color. I mean, it's worth it. But man, in the moment, it just does not feel worth it at all. But this looks awesome. I'm super happy with how this opening turned out. You can see it's a little wavy, and maybe we could have straightened that out a little bit, but considering that was completely cut apart and then re-welded together, I'm really happy with how that looks, and I think it's gonna look really great. I mean, I think it does look really great, honestly. Super excited we took that extra step. Remember, there are fender flares covering everything, so all of this will get covered, I guess, but yeah, man, looks so cool. We're done. This thing came out so good. I'm so stoked about it. The paint is still kind of soft, and there's more orange peel than what I'm normally used to. I don't know if that's a heat thing, 'cause it was so hot in here while I was painting, or if it's just because it's not fully cured yet. It's going to take another probably 4 hours to cure all the way out. I am so stoked on this color. I'm so excited. All right, so the color is Datsun 920 Safari Gold. Let me know in the comments below if you knew what it was when you saw it. This is a Datsun color, and the way I found it, the reason I even picked it is because I watched a rebuild on a Hakosuka Skyline, full like nut and bolt restoration. And they got ready to paint it, and I was like, they're going silver, it's gonna be silver, and they painted it this color. And at first I was like, what? And then when I saw it on the road, I fell in love, and I was like, I gotta paint a car that color one day. And this was the one. I love it because it's similar to the color that was on it. It was like a brown color on it, if you guys remember. It was ugly, but it's kind of like a variation of that with more color, and it's just better. But it still screams 70s. I'm in love with these colors that are just like a flat gloss, no metallic or whatever. One, because it hides bodywork. But two, I just love them. I like the color like what we did on the 86 4Runner, that blue. I think it came out great. I think it suits these old cars so well, and I'm so happy. I cannot wait to get this thing outside. But we've got to wait to do that, and we're out of time. So next episode, Tuesday, we'll be putting this thing back together, getting most of the parts back on. I'm still waiting on some new front fenders, and we'll be reassembling. I got some more parts for it. More parts are coming. This has turned into a massive build. I'm really excited about how it's come out so far. But we will go back to a 2 Corolla video per week format. We had to slow that down for the bodywork and paint because it just takes so much time. But the paint is done now, and we can keep moving. We'll finish doing the front end. We've got some more things to paint, but it's all small stuff, so it won't be like massive, big, honking projects like this one. But man, so good. So good. This is a good color for this car. We are going to be doing interior on this car, so I'm starting to order the parts for that. As of today, my C10 still hasn't sold. The person who bought it on eBay disappeared off the face of the planet. So if you're interested in buying it, let me know, Caleb at Built Official, and I'll sell it to you if it hasn't sold by the time this video goes out, which I don't think it will have sold. But we're selling that, and that's going to help us do the interior on this car. So we're going to do the full interior. I've got a few more. I've got definitely one more performance part for this car. We may do a little bit more than that. And then finishing up, putting everything together, and then it's ready to drive, y'all. I mean, that's awesome. So we won't be able to back it out in the sun in this video. It's about to rain and the paint is not all the way dry yet, but I will do it in the next one and I'll show it to you guys. In this video, I'll give you guys some close-ups of it now so you can kind of see what it looks like, what the paint looks like and all that stuff, and the bodywork that I did on the doors and everything else. All right, secret word of the week is you guys have to make it up. So here's how it's gonna work. I want you guys to name this color. It can't be Safari Gold. So whatever this color makes you think of, I think it makes me think of baby poop. Maybe because I have 2 kids, but it's just like baby poop yellow. It's the exact color, and I still like it. I don't know why. But if you have a good name for this car, comment it below. The funniest one, the one that makes me laugh the most, I'll pin. Or the best, most creative one. It doesn't have to be funny. But the most creative one, I'm going to pin it and put it up at the top, and everybody can see that. All right. I think that's all of the words I need to use. Check out this paint.